After years of relative quiet following one family crisis after another, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar have finally spoken out. Their son Joseph was arrested and charged in connection with serious allegations involving a child, and the parents of the once celebrated reality television family have broken their silence with a carefully worded statement that has left many wondering what comes next. What exactly did they say, and why did it take nearly 2 weeks for them to address the news that has once again placed the Duggar name under intense public scrutiny? The details are complex, the emotions are raw, and the story is still unfolding in real time. Stay with me as we walk through the verified facts, the family's response, and the reactions that followed. For nearly 2 decades, the Duggar family was one of the most recognizable large families in American reality television. Jim Bob and Michelle rose to fame on TLC's 19 Kids and Counting, a series that followed their lives as independent Baptist parents raising 19 children in Arkansas. The show portrayed a close-knit, faith-centered household and drew millions of viewers. That image shifted dramatically in 2015 when older son Josh Duggar's past misconduct became public, leading to the cancellation of the original series. Later legal troubles for Josh, including a federal conviction related to child sexual abuse material, further complicated the family's public standing. Against that backdrop, the latest developments involving another son, Joseph, have brought renewed attention and difficult questions. Joseph Duggar, the 7th oldest of the 19 siblings, had largely stepped back from the spotlight in recent years. He married Kendra Caldwell in 2017, and the couple went on to have 4 children. Then, in mid-March 2026, authorities announced his arrest. According to the Bay County Sheriff's Office in Florida, Joseph was charged with lewd and lascivious molestation of a victim less than 12 years old and lewd and lascivious behavior conducted by a person 18 years or older. The allegations stem from incidents reported to have occurred in 2020 during a family vacation in Panama City Beach, Florida. The alleged victim, who was 9 at the time and 14 when she spoke with investigators, described a series of incidents. Officials stated that Joseph was confronted by the girl's father and that he admitted the actions to both the father and to local detectives in Arkansas. He was arrested on March 18 in Tontitown, Arkansas, and later faced extradition proceedings to Florida. Shortly afterward, Joseph's wife Kendra was also arrested in Arkansas and charged with 4 counts of endangering the welfare of a child and 4 counts of false imprisonment. Authorities indicated those charges arose from a separate investigation at the couple's home and were not directly tied to the Florida allegations. Both cases moved quickly through the early stages of the legal process. Joseph waived extradition, appeared in Florida court, entered a not guilty plea, and was released on a $600,000 bond with conditions that included restrictions on contact with minors. He returned to Arkansas while the Florida case continued. For nearly 2 weeks after the initial arrest news, Jim Bob and Michelle remained silent in public. On or around March 30th, a spokesperson for the couple issued a statement that was shared with several major outlets. The statement read in part, "Jim Bob and Michelle are heartbroken over this entire situation. Right now, they are focused on loving their family and helping Kendra and her children during this difficult time. They are praying for the victim. They ask for privacy and appreciate the kind words and prayers offered by so many." The message was brief, measured, and centered on family support and concern for the alleged victim. It did not address the specific allegations in detail or offer further commentary on the legal proceedings. Additional reporting later revealed that Jim Bob had also communicated privately with Joseph while his son was still in custody. In an email obtained by People magazine, Jim Bob expressed love for his son, acknowledged what he described as terrible decisions, and stated that God had already forgiven Joseph if he had asked for forgiveness. At the same time, the letter warned that Joseph would likely face major consequences for years to come and encouraged him to accept the situation while continuing to point people toward faith. Jim Bob was also present in Florida when Joseph was released on bond and returned home. These details provided a fuller picture of how the parents were responding behind the scenes, even as their public statement remained limited. Several of Joseph's siblings also spoke out in the days following the arrest. Jill Duggar Dillard and her husband issued a statement saying they were shocked and heartbroken, that they strongly condemned abuse, and that they supported the rule of law while hoping justice would be achieved for the victim. Jinger Duggar Vuolo addressed the news on her podcast, describing deep pain and heartbreak. Joanna Duggar Forsyth called the revelations heartbreaking and deeply disturbing and expressed solidarity with the victim. Jessa Duggar Seawald later shared that she was deeply grieved. These individual responses showed a family grappling with the same difficult news in different ways, many of them emphasizing concern for the alleged victim and a desire for accountability under the law. Public reaction to the arrest and to the parents' eventual statement was mixed but largely serious in tone. Many longtime viewers of the original TLC series expressed disappointment and sadness that another member of the family was facing such serious accusations. Social media conversations frequently noted the parallel to earlier controversies involving Josh and questioned whether the family's private handling of problems had been adequate. At the same time, some observers pointed out that Jim Bob and Michelle's statement did acknowledge the victim and ask for privacy during a painful period. Media coverage remained focused on the verified court filings and official statements rather than unverified speculation. Outlets consistently reported the charges as allegations that Joseph has denied by pleading not guilty, underscoring that the legal process is still underway and that no final determination of guilt has been made. Looking ahead, the Florida case remains active. Joseph's next court dates will determine how the molestation charges proceed, including any potential trial. The Arkansas endangerment and false imprisonment matters involving both Joseph and Kendra have also continued through the court system, with later reports indicating changes in their pleas. Conditions of bond and any restrictions related to contact with children will continue to shape day-to-day life for the family. Outside the courtroom, the broader Duggar family has largely returned to private life, with only occasional public statements from individual siblings. Viewers and followers will be watching for further official updates from the courts and any additional comments the parents or other family members choose to make. In summary, Joseph Duggar's March 2026 arrest on serious charges related to alleged misconduct with a child in 2020 has once again placed the Duggar family in the national spotlight. Jim Bob and Michelle waited nearly 2 weeks before releasing a short statement expressing that they were heartbroken, focusing on support for Kendra and the couple's children, praying for the alleged victim, and requesting privacy. Additional reporting showed Jim Bob communicating privately with his son about consequences and faith. Several siblings publicly condemned the alleged actions and expressed support for the victim. The legal process continues in both Florida and Arkansas, and the full outcome is still unknown. What are your thoughts on this latest Duggar family update? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another Duggar family update.